The other two bigger ships will be going to Asia.
It's a sign of the shifting tides. Two vessels at the Westridge Marine Terminal at the end of the Trans Mountain Pipeline moving heavy oil across the Pacific Ocean to Asian markets, alongside a much smaller vessel heading for the United States.
At the very initial months of operation, about half went to the U.S., half went to Asia, and more recently it's probably 60% going to Asia and 40% down to the U.S.
CEO Mark Mackey providing Global BC a tour of the facility, the first close-up look since the completion of the pipeline twinning. The construction was marred by protest and ultimately the federal government's decision to buy the pipeline to support completion. A pipeline that came with a $34 billion price tag and is only now seeing profits, with an estimated $1.2 billion being returned this year.
We're returning money now to the owner. The Canadian taxpayers, or the shareholders in the system, are reaping those benefits.
When this vessel leaves, it won't be at full capacity. One of the reasons why is it can't get through the Burrard Inlet. That's why Trans Mountain is pushing the provincial government to approve dredging. That will allow for these vessels to be traveling more efficiently.
A ship, when it leaves here today, especially the bigger ships, the Aframax, they're 70 to 80% loaded. If you can fully load the ship, that means less ships for a given volume. And so that is a much more efficient haul.
BC Energy Minister Adrian Dix says the province's only interest here is to see the federal government reach capacity and find value on investment. Trans Mountain is looking at an optimization project that would require more electrification while increasing capacity.
It's relatively, as these project goes, inexpensive, and obviously a lot less expensive for a lot more benefit for TMX, but also for Alberta and everyone else, than building a pipeline across the north.
It's a pipeline along northern BC that still has no plan or proponent. But even without it, Mackey says Canada already is an energy superpower, but one long connected to one market, the United States, now trying to connect to many more. Richard Zussman, Global News, Burnaby.